if you look at sort of the traffic patterns throughout the year, the summer months we have the most vehicle miles traveled, and with that additional vehicle miles traveled, there come more crashes, more fatalities, more serious injuries. So the summer months are when we actually see like the biggest uptick in fatalities on the roadways. Vikash Gayah, Professor of Civil Engineering at Penn State, and I'm also the director of the Larson Transportation Institute. So my work looks at traffic, urban mobility in downtown areas. And so the idea that we have is to eliminate left turns in downtown streets, particularly downtowns with sort of like a grid-like pattern. Eliminating left turns in downtowns serves two purposes. The first is safety. About 61% of crashes involve a left turn at intersections. And so the reason that the left turns are so dangerous is that you have a vehicle that's turning in front of the path of oncoming traffic. And so we typically serve that in what's called a permitted fashion, where the driver of the left turning vehicle has to judge when there's a sizable gap in order to make that left turn. If they misjudge that, they get hit by that oncoming traffic or hit the oncoming traffic. That's an angle collision, and that's where we get a lot of our serious injuries and fatalities at intersections. The alternative is what's called a protected left turn, where we stop the oncoming traffic, stop the pedestrians and the bicyclists, we give a green arrow. And that's much, much safer because we eliminate the conflict, and the left turning vehicle, they don't have to make that judgment, they just turn left. The problem with that is it's very inefficient. You're stopping the entire intersection to just let a few left turning vehicles move, and so that's fewer vehicles moving through the intersection. And our research has shown that on average, in a downtown where origins and destinations are just sort of scattered around, you'd have to travel about 1 block length on average extra by eliminating left turns. Now that sounds like a bad thing, right? Travel a longer distance, but by simplifying the signal timing at the intersection, you're going to travel through more intersections, 1 more intersection on average, but you're going to spend less time stopped at each intersection. And that has huge advantages because it means that you'll actually get to where you want to go faster. Because safer, faster, and because you're stopping fewer times. In urban areas, a lot of the fuel you consume is actually spent when you decelerate and then accelerate again, that stop and start. And so you're going to stop fewer times as well, and you're actually going to save fuel. So even though you're traveling a longer distance and actually putting more miles on your vehicle, you'll actually save on fuel. And we actually measured that in simulations and tests and things like that, and it's about 20 to 25% fuel savings.